Whenever we think of rich people, we always think that these are some extraordinary individuals with superpower and over 250 IQ. Most of us takes this idea that in order for you to be rich, you have to be super smart. We accept this fact as true and give up on the dream of getting rich. We think that, oh well, if we're not as smart as these people, we can never be rich. But what if I tell you that most of the smart people that you know, they're probably not as smart as you, but maybe even dumber than you who are actually making millions? So in this video, I'll go over why intelligence isn't always the ticket to a massive bank account. A study published in the European Sociological Review reveals a fascinating trend. While intelligence generally correlates with higher earnings, this trend hits a plateau among top earners. For instance, in Sweden, men in highest income bracket didn't exhibit significant higher cognitive ability than those earning slightly less. 59,000 men who underwent a compulsory military aptitude test suggest so. It tracked their earnings throughout their careers to explore the relationship between intelligence and income. But if it's not sheer brain power, what's the secret sauce to their success? Well, luck, family resources, and those who are born into wealth and connection plays a role. Think of it this way. If you're born into a rich family, you would probably go to a private school where you would hang out with other rich kids. You start making connections at a very early age and cultivating those relationships for the future. When most of the people think of going to which college is going to be affordable to them, these rich kids think of which Ivy League school has the best program to canoodle with other rich kids. After college, when most of us thinking about paying off our student loan, these rich kids are off to internship at companies without lifting a finger. Some of these kids become entrepreneurs whose product gets endorsed by celebrities. Thinking of celebrity, hi, my name is Tasvir Mirza. I'm a realtor and a diversified investor based in South Florida. And on this channel, I make finance-related videos for smart people. Feel free to jump around the timestamp below if you'd like to save some time. And while you're down there, consider hitting the like button. Now, emotional intelligence is another biggie. Being able to understand and manage emotions can be just as important as intellectual smarts. Highly intelligent individuals often occupy prestigious yet modestly paid positions, such as academics and research scientists. Conversely, business owners who may not need genius-level intellect can earn significantly more. Many intellectually demanding professions like teaching and science aren't the highest paying. The capitalist framework often values profit over intellectual contribution. In the United States, earning the top 1% income bracket requires an annual income of at least $597,000 pre-tax. While some doctors, lawyers, and senior executives reach this level, they are the minority. Business ownership and its lower intellectual barrier emerges as a more accessible route to wealth. Highly intelligent people in well-compensated careers are less likely to risk their stable income for the uncertainties of business ownership. Those with moderate intelligence and high ambition facing fewer lucrative employment opportunities might be more inclined to take the risk. Now, intelligence isn't only just about IQ. It's multifaceted, involving problem solving, learning from experiences, and more. Success can come in many forms that aren't necessarily measured by traditional intelligence tests. Less intelligent individuals might be more willing to take risks to pursue high-reach endeavors like entertainment and social media, potentially leading to a greater financial rewards. Now you see why I'm doing this. The study that I mentioned earlier only involved men, and it focused on a type of intelligence pertinent to military services, not necessarily the skilled valuable in business leadership. Moreover, Sweden's entrepreneurial culture and welfare system differs significantly from other countries like the United States. This investigation into the correlation between intelligence and wealth is not a definitive guide to financial success. It emphasizes the importance of recognizing your strength and choosing a career path that aligns with them. Excelling in a field well suited to your abilities is more likely to bring you financial success than blindly following high-income career paths. And the reason for that is actually very simple, and it makes sense. Intelligent people tend to overthink, and in many cases they do that too much. Less intelligent people don't really think too much, they just do. They tend to criticize themselves less, and they think that they're very skilled and smart. In fact, their lack of self-awareness works for them. Smart people analyze a situation. They calculate every action, trying to think about the benefits and costs, what would be wiser to do next. This can be a huge advantage, but it can also be one of your worst enemy. Sometimes action is more effective than analysis. This innocent state of mind, which doesn't know any limitations, gives an advantage to the dumb people. compared to other, they don't think about what could go wrong and are not really afraid of taking risks. They don't see their own limitations. This kind of thinking leads to holding yourself back. Dumb people are fearless. They're not afraid to fall and are completely confident. So maybe they're not as dumb after all. Another difference between the dumb people who succeed and the smart people who don't is having the right skills. You can be the most creative artist, the most witty writer, or a computer expert, but that doesn't guarantee success. Some people are not talented at all, but they market themselves so well that it sounds like they're an expert. Social skills are also essential. If you make the right connections, your way to the top is much easier. Now, that doesn't mean you need to become corrupt and pushy, but it also doesn't mean that if you don't have the right personality, you'll never succeed. The point is, talent alone is usually not enough. You can learn how to develop yourself and gain these skills until you get better. Maybe you're not a very open person and you don't like to market yourself too much, and that's fine. But you can learn how to do it your way or hire people who will do it for you. You can take advantage of opportunities, move yourself forward, and stay humble at the same time. My personal thought, I'm not the sharpest tool in the box. My IQ level isn't that high, but believe me or not, somehow I'm still making it. I need you to think of it this way and completely get this out of your head that in order for you to be rich, you need to be super smart. Any trade or anything that you can do religiously will get you rich. Think of Elon Musk. No doubt the guy is smart, perhaps super smart, but if he was only extremely smart and had a mundane job at a research facility, do you think he would have made the richest person in the world? I highly doubt that. In my opinion, what got him rich is his work ethic. We see the similar trait with Mr. Beast. He didn't even go to college. He used the college Wi-Fi to upload his videos on YouTube, and his success did not come in one day. Making hundreds and thousands of videos, he realized what works and what doesn't, and he just went all in with that. Even now, he works longer hours than a lot of YouTubers, which clearly shows that being super rich does not mean you have to be super smart, but you need to have a strict work ethic and be passionate about something that you like to do. Here's another example. Richard Branson was not only dyslexic, but even when he had Virgin Records and other businesses and was quite successful, he did not know the difference between net and gross. At board meetings, he had to look at his CFOs to tell him if it's good or bad. But that doesn't change the fact that he's not successful and he did not make it or made enough money. It is the appetite of taking risks and kind of not being super analytical and super smart. When he had Virgin Airlines, he did not like the way commercial airlines used to operate. He did not like the service, and that's what got him to get an aircraft and gave Virgin Airlines a go. If he was super analytical, he would have done his research, take his time, find out the risk and reward ratio, etc., etc. But since he wanted to change the industry from its core and not overthink ideas, he successfully launched an airline company. Knowing all of this, it's hard to accept the fact that you need to be super smart in order for you to be rich. I think you just need to be naive. Hear me out. During college or even high school, how many business ideas did you have? You had so many ideas and you had so many dreams that you wanted to accomplish. At the time, you did not really think about what are the risks involved? What would happen if it fails? What would other people will think of you? What if it doesn't work out? You just had the idea and wanted to give it a go. You had the appetite to take it to the next level. However, now, how many times do you think of something and just leave the idea behind because what if it doesn't work out? What would other people think? And this stops us from pursuing our dream. Even if we want to, we cannot take the same risk we were able to take when we were young. We have our responsibilities, we have a family to take care of, which of course forces us to stop, give up on our dreams. So in my opinion, in order for you to be rich, you don't need to be super smart. You just have to be naive and have a vision. The bottom line is, smart people learn the rules, dumb people just play. It's like when you do something for the first time and you have beginner's luck. You listen to your intuition and let your natural talent and skills do the work, instead of overloading yourself with preparation. So I would recommend being dumb from time to time. We can definitely learn something from them. And if you want to learn the dumb money mistakes that I've made, watch this video here. Thank you for hanging out with me. See you in the next video. Those with moderate intelligence, those with moderate blah blah blah. Any trade or anything that you can do religiously will get you rich.